Click, clap, blast 'em.
And we are high atop and deep inside world headquarters of JRod and the Boss Lady. And where have we found ourselves this week?
We are at Tripping Animals, one of my faves.
Yes, we are in the city glorious of Doral.
Yes, Venezuelan life.
We're in Doralzuela, and this place,
Doralzuela.
Tripping Animals Brewery, is 100% independently owned and operated, and the owners are from Venezuela. That's right. TRIPPINGANIMALS.com is the website. Listen, they got a bunch of cool stuff. They got pins and pint glasses and shirts, stickers, lots of stuff you can get from your e-commerce.
And if you're local, you could come and obviously enjoy the beer, but also pick it up, take cans. They have their beer to go, so you can take it to go.
That's right. Tripping Animals Brewing. That's the Instagram. Tripping Animals is the Twitter. TRIPPINGANIMALS.com is the website. Thanks to Ignacio, Los, and everybody for opening the doors, letting us into this awesome, groovy little place. And of course, the first question I ask the guys is, "Oye, ¿dónde sacaron Tripping Animals? What's that about?" Well, it turns out the story is this. Maybe a couple of beers will makes it more interesting.
Sense.
But in Venezuela, to have a good time, to just chill, estás tripeando. Okay, it's basically Spanglish, you know.
Yeah.
Tripping, I guess, means bad for us.
Right.
Maybe in the hip hop culture, you know, don't be tripping. But in Venezuela, to trip, you're having a fun time taking a trip around the world.
You're having a trip.
You know, so está tripeando. So they love animals. That's the story I got. And after about 9 beers, and you know what? That makes a lot of sense, bro.
Exactly.
Oye, Nacho, that makes a lot of sense, bro. Está bien, está bien. And of course, thanks to our principal sponsor, the boys from Key West. Booze Bandage. That's right. You know, you get the weekends planned. You're already out.
I'm out of Booze Bandage. I'm going to have to place my order.
BoozBandage.com. 30% off your first order if you use the code word
Boss Lady.
That's right. So good times. We got plenty of good times coming up here on this edition of JRod and the Boss Lady. By the way, a little bit of a milestone for us on YouTube. 250 subscribers.
I know. Yay.
That's you, man. That's you out there.
Thank
you so much. Let's get for 300. What are we going to give away for 300?
I don't know, but if
used bras and panties?
But if we get
my used bras and panties. No, your used bras and panties.
But if we get to 6,900,
yeah, when
there might be some special gifts.
What are you drinking? I'm drinking a little No Manches.
This is a sour. It's a rose sour.
Oh, perfect.
It's a new one, yes.
Perfect.
I usually get a different sour, but they ran out.
So we got to take care of a little business. First of all, you young boss lady are being honored. You have a special honor.
Yes, I have a special
happening
honor,
up at one of the Canes games at the University of Miami. What's going on with you?
Yes,
there?
I get to unfurl the flag before the game. I'm so stoked. I was in the middle of a meeting and I was reading my email. I'm like, ah! And then everybody's like looking at me like, what in the hell? Because usually I don't have that reaction in a meeting. And so, yeah, it's so awesome. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
So the good thing about it is now, I love all the reaction you've gotten on social media, which has been the same thing. Keep your boobs in your shirt. It's the flag you're unfurling, not your tatas.
I know. These people are such. They know that I don't do that only for the Dolphins games.
Well, we've got a big JRod and the Boss Lady. Why ring girls may be a thing of the past. Why all of a sudden everything we've ever known, drinking and being sick, it all makes sense.
Yes, you should always drink while you're sick.
It's Halloween time's coming up. We've got the most sexiest.
Time to be a skank, and it's allowed.
It's either the most sexiest or the most
creepy.
Inappropriate costume that you'll find.
I think it's weird.
But let's start off with one thing.
Your favorite.
This is not a political show.
Not at all.
Okay? And I don't want to get into too much Donald Trump, but it's not so much the impeachment. It's not so much the phone call with the Ukraine. It's not all of that stuff that I want to talk about. It's why I want to talk about something that any one of us who work in an office,
Should
who
pay
work with
attention.
computers, who email people, go through. And that is sending an email
To the wrong people.
or just sending an email jumping the gun or
Yes.
too soon.
Paper trails. Paper trails.
Well,
Gotta be
apparently
careful with the paper trails.
The White House has put together a sort of talking points. This is going to be the company's stand. This is how we're going to treat this phone call with the
Right.
Ukrainian president.
Right.
We're going to say this. This is our stance. This is what we believe. This is our line.
Right.
Okay. Está bien. Nothing out of hand. That happens in every PR. Problem is, whoever sent that email not only sent it to all of Trump's people, not all of a sudden all of the Republicans, but they also sent it
To the Dems.
to all the Democrats in the Senate and in the House. Oops.
Yeah, sending it to the wrong people. That's like sending emails, texting the wrong person in your thread.
Isn't
like,
Bill such an idiot? Reply all.
Yep,
But
pretty much.
my favorite part about the whole thing isn't so much the goof, is homeboy or homegirl, whoever sent the email, was like, oh shoot, I'm going to send a recall email. Recall? Oh, it's perfect, right?
That makes it worse.
Now,
Everybody gets notified.
Right, because again, the same people you just sent, you're now sending another email saying, hey, you know that email I just sent?
Yeah.
No
Just
pasa
kidding.
nada.
JK.
I just kidding.
No.
Don't read it. In fact, delete it. In fact, never mind.
No.
Whoops.
No bueno on that one. Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, I think it's actually pretty common at workplaces, though. People send really either inappropriate emails, or there's been times where people have sent like the wrong email to somebody else, bad mouth, talking bad about somebody else.
Oh yeah, that boss of mine, tremendo
Yeah.
come pintura.
See, that's why.
Reply all.
You know, like even for me, sometimes like I take pictures for certain things on my phone, and I like try to send the picture via email.
Right.
And I'm always terrified, like, okay, is it just the one picture that's selected? So usually I'll take the picture, email it to my email, and then from there I'll email it. I'll be like, forget it.
Well, tú eres muy
Just to
complicada.
check.
Tú eres muy
Well,
complicada.
because I don't want to send anything that's like, God forbid, I should send like, one of my pictures where I'm laying down on the bed with my
With the bullet-
cleavage
with the
out.
bullet
Yeah,
boobs?
exactly. That would not go. Although my
You
boss,
drive them crazy. What's your Twitter and Instagram?
305 Miami 6924.
I'm at JRod show, and tremendo chanchullo, tremendo show
I
you
know.
put on you
need
put
to-
on
I'm
your
gonna
Twitter.
have to get you a bullet too, so you can
Maybe
be
well, I got a
twinsies.
bullet, but my bullet's a little lower. It's a little- They call me the magic bullet.
It's a torpedo.
I love it. So, but think about now. What I want to know is whoever sent that email is sitting in their office or their
Fired.
cubicle is all of a sudden like. It's almost like when like the house explodes and the guy comes in and then closes the door.
I'm pretty sure in Trump's famous words, you're fired. You don't think they're gonna fire that person?
I mean, but
think
I
so.
guess my question is this.
You think they did it?
This
do
never
you think
happened.
They really did it on purpose?
You have to wonder, right? Because this stuff you never heard about during Obama. You never heard about this. And listen, Bush, George W. may have been the most inept, craziest president. You never really heard about stuff like this. Never heard about this stuff under
Well,
Clinton. Never heard about this stuff under Reagan.
But in fairness, all these presidents would have people in these positions that were hired because they had experience in these positions. You don't know if this person used to be. Who knows?
Oh, this is my fraternity brother.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean, not that you have to be like, any position to be able to know how to send an email these days.
Well, clearly you do. Clearly there's some sort of skill set that's involved in sending emails. Porque
they made a whoopsie on that one.
All right, so Halloween's coming up.
Yes.
And
What a time to be alive.
Halloween
Everything is sexy.
Halloween. Now, I just found out that I'm going to be in Las Vegas for Halloween.
Oh,
Buddy.
You
I'm going to be
are
at church
going-
and working.
Sure.
And in my hotel,
And by church, you
staring
mean
at
is
a
that the
picture,
name of the club? Church?
staring at a picture of my beautiful family. Booze bandage, booze bandage, booze bandage. Now Halloween is really it's an excuse to be sexy everything, right?
for women costumes, you can't find a woman costume that is anything regular. Sexy doctor, sexy rabbit, sexy potato, sexy turd,
And that's the
sexy
thing.
everything.
And that's the thing. Like the costumes aren't necessarily like, there are some costumes that, okay, sexy nurse, sexy teacher, sexy mechanic. But then there's some things, to your point, that aren't sexy at all, that all of a sudden, sexy potato. Sexy.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. It's like just random, all women costumes. All of a sudden, they have sexy whatever in front of it. Like you can't find anything that's normal.
I have found, because this requires investigation, I have found for you and for anyone out there, and fellas, for your girls or your girls or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever, I have found either the greatest or the most inappropriate
I feel like
Halloween
it's
costume of all time. Really?
Yes, just
Really?
because. Okay, continue. I don't want to reveal.
Will you be my neighbor? Mr. Rogers, right? He is an icon of children's
It's like
television.
your
An
childhood.
icon, right?
Yes.
Now, ever since he passed away, I'm sure there are people looking for Mr. Rogers had to get into something, right? He liked underage hookers, or he liked to do blow in a gay club. I'm sure people were looking for something to
That
find
would
out.
be amazing.
And Mr. Rogers didn't do any of that stuff. El tipo es tremendo buena onda.
Stellar. So far, we've never heard anything crazy.
So our friends at Yandy, which is a lingerie
Of
women's
course. Yeah.
apparel company, has come up with sexy Mr. Rogers Halloween costume.
Surprise.
Yes!
No, see, I find
Yes!
it to be inappropriate.
Why is it
It's so
inappropriate?
weird. Like, is there nothing sacred in this world?
No! Listen, there are sexy nuns.
I
There
know,
are pregnant nuns.
I know,
¿Qué es eso?
I know. There really, I guess it's true. There's nothing sacred anymore.
And the costume is basically like a little fake red cardigan, midriff.
mid-cut, yeah, and then like little shorts.
Little booty red short,
Yeah.
Gray Daisy Dukes,
I'm
a little
looking-
fake tie.
I'm looking forward to seeing people wear it.
Seriously.
But I sure as hell wouldn't wear it though.
¿Cómo que no?
No. I don't do anything sexy on Halloween stuff. Like I like to dress up as like Death or like Reservoir Dogs. We've done Pulp Fiction.
Are you Miss Pink?
No, I see what you're doing there.
Well, it's funny because my oldest daughter, who's over 21, she wants to be Winnie the Pooh and her boyfriend be Tigger.
She should do Winnie the Pooh.
So she
and
said,
Piglet.
"Yeah, I'm gonna wear like a little half top."
Winnie the Pooh and Piglet because I think those two were really into each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
I think they had a little fun times
I
together.
think Pooh and Piglet. Piglet's always like, "Oh, Pooh, where are you? I gotta chase you." So something fishy there with Piglet.
It's like my dog. My dog, when he attacks the other dog, he always sticks his ass in her face. Like, "Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, don't grab my ass. Hey, look, touch my ass." But I mean, I always the Halloween that I will always remember is I went to a Jesuit college. I went to shout out to Creighton University in Omaha, Nebraska, and I dressed as a priest for Halloween. And so
You dressed up as a priest,
right. That's the
And he
irony
likes-
of
He likes
Halloween.
people kneeling in front of him and forgiving for asking for forgiveness.
Right, the confessional with the
Yeah,
whole different
yeah. Well,
slide over the little confession.
I see what you.
Daily bread, water, wine. I got you. Well, everybody get in the pool. Jesus, do the wine thing.
Here, you've sinned. Let me tell you what you got to do to repent.
I got 5 Hail Marys for you.
I got some holy water that'll sprinkle out of this.
So I'm coming out of the building dressed as a priest, and I run into a sexy nun. She had an itty bitty little skirt, boobs up to here. She had the habit on, and then she sees me and she's like, "Oh, Father!" And she kind of puts her dress down, and
she thought you were really.
she thought I was really a priest. And then she sees me on the bus, on the shuttle, going to the club with like a bottle of Southern Comfort, and she's like, bueno, you're not a... Oh, and then up comes the dress, and then this, that, and the other.
It's that guilty conscience.
By the way, it is very distracting doing this show with my 2 young children sitting there off camera going, "What happened? Who was dressed as the skirt did what? Priest who?" Family show.
It's a life lesson.
Family show.
Teaching them young, letting them know how it goes.
What's your sexy Halloween costume?
I don't know. I haven't picked up
Come on,
anything
I know
yet.
you like to be all tough guy.
No, I swear,
And,
I haven't-
you gotta do.
No, I
can see
swear.
again. I keep saying plushie. Didn't you say listen? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make you a panda.
I like pandas though.
We'll make you a panda.
I'll be a pin, and somebody has to dress up as a bamboo stick.
I think there's a bamboo stick available.
Ava. Chewy, chewy. No chewy, no teeth. What's going on there? That looks more like a little worm.
But it turns into big bamboo. Back inside Tripping Animals here in Doral, Florida.
Venezuela.
En el Doral. Good times, man. Ignacio and Carlos have been great.
Yes.
TRIPPINGANIMALS.com. You can get shirts, pins, pint glasses, stickers. Come on down here, man. It's a great, fun little place. TRIPPINGANIMALS.com. Their Instagram is TRIPPINGANIMALSBREWING, and their Twitter is TRIPPINGANIMALS. So you ready? And it's getting buzzy. It's getting busy, and you can hear the people here.
And they have a pool table and a ping pong table that I will beat anybody at.
Oh, bueno. So you're a ping ponger.
I am the Forrest Gump of ping pong.
Ooh. There's a boss lady fun fact for episode 11, by the way.
Yes, 11.
All right, yo 11. And thanks to our good friends at Booze Bandage, boozebandage.com, 30% off your first order. Hit that keyword,
boss lady. You're gonna dance while you put it in too. You're gonna be like, boss lady.
Boss lady. Can you type with your boobs?
No. That'll be impressive though if I did. I wouldn't get any work done if I did.
You know, they say people that can they can give themselves a blowjob. I wouldn't leave the house.
I almost don't leave the house now.
Didn't you start a big Twitter? Like you almost crashed Twitter because you said, what would happen if Boss Lady had a penis?
Pretty much.
We would never see Boss Lady.
Nope.
She would disappear off the face of the earth.
I'd be hosing down everything, like the walls, your drink. I'd be like, blah, 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 blah. Painting the town instead of red.
I have a beverage,
white.
Man. I have a beverage here.
So
easy.
There's extra protein in your diet, bro. Instead of painting the town red, I paint it white. See what I did there?
It smells like asparagus.
Kind of yellowish if you eat too much asparagus, yes. If you have that alkaline diet. Bro, I have the Rasta hair in effect.
I got my glasses on. Clearly have a good time. I mean, the Booze Bandage kept me from having a homework.
Here.
Well, you know.
I guess how I said. By the way, we're matching again.
All black today.
All black.
All black today. Yeah, we had one of our subscribers said, "Hey, it's 3 weeks in a row you guys aren't matching." thanks for paying attention.
That's what we need to be paying attention.
Thanks for paying attention.
Subscribing.
Up to 250. Let's go. Let's keep it going. Let's get to 300.
Yes.
She'll send you an autographed picture of her naked.
Oh, take it easy. Was that a picture of you naked? In Vegas.
You can find those anywhere. I mean, you get 30 cents for those. So listen, it's also flu season.
Yes, I just got my flu shot.
What was it? A jackhammer they put in your arm?
Dude, I have to get it. I have no choice.
So I guess my question is, do you have any sort of, okay, I'm sick, I got to do this?
Yes.
Like for me, it's always...
Hello, we're Cuban.
Right? Un caldo de malanga, yeah.
No, what are you talking about? No, galletica de soda, which is soda crackers, ginger ale, bipapofru, which is one of our Spanish words.
That's right, Spanish word of the day, number 3, yes. I think it was.
And that's pretty much it. My mom cures everything with ginger ale and bipapofru.
Well, I don't really do tequila because I think tequila
will kill you.
What happens with me is my pants, I don't know, they just fly off my body. I lose my pants literally.
It's the tequila.
I think there's a chromosome issue. Yeah, because it doesn't happen when I don't drink anything. When I drink anything else, it's only when I drink tequila. Okay. I think the hormones or the imbalance literally burns the pants. No pants. ¿Qué pasa aquí? But that's so. But when I'm sick, I'll go to El Rinconcito Latino, the little corner.
Yes.
You know,
the Latin corner.
The lady with the mustache who makes the good soup. And she makes me a chicken noodle soup. I bring it home, squeeze a lime in there, and some tequila.
You know, now you said chicken noodle soup, I think there's so many times that people come to Miami and they say, like, oh, I got to get a Cuban sandwich, yada, yada.
There's no G in sandwich.
You really should get a chicken soup, though. Like our chicken soup, chicken noodle
right.
soup is
Sopa de
not
pollo.
that Campbell's chicken
No,
soup. No,
that's
it's
right.
really good with pieces of corn on the cob, chunks of carrot, potato. Oh, it's so good.
A sweet potato,
Oh,
una
it's so
malanga.
yummy. So yummy.
But apparently, so all the talk that we've said about you should be drinking alcohol when you're sick because it kills the germs, it's true.
Well, yeah, that's what hot toddies are.
Well,
That's what every time I got sick in Nashville, that's what it was. My friend was like,
see,
let's have this hot toddy now.
I'm not even sick. That's why.
I've been fighting off everything with this hot toddy.
Cough syrup for grown-ups. That's what it's called. Cough syrup for grown-ups.
That's in rap videos. Is that the scissor?
With your pimp cup?
Sipping on some scissor. Sipping.
So it's called bourbon cough syrup for grown-ups. Now, it has, in terms of to keep you well, it has vitamin C. It's got lemon juice.
I got vitamin C.
I got vitamin E for you. It's got honey. Now, honey is a natural...
Honey
is a natural cough suppressant. Did
yes.
you know that?
Yes, that's why I use it before.
I am now this many days old that I know that honey is a natural cough suppressant.
That's why I use it before certain things.
And it's also a
I gotta go there. Listen, I'm ovulating this week. Everybody's even pointing it out. No, I get like super like crazy.
Eggs just flying at you right now.
It's all over.
And it's also a decongestant.
Honey? Well, you know what is good about honey, like especially if you get local honey, because it helps you with allergies, like prepare because it's local, so you're taking a little bit of it, so it helps you with the allergies.
So here's the recipe. It's 2 ounces of bourbon whiskey. I prefer Bullet.
I'm all in. I'm already in. I don't need anything else.
And you know what? Why take a chance? Make it 3 ounces. We live in America. A half a lemon.
Yeah.
2 to 4 ounces of water. But what I love about it is it says optional.
Water's optional for sure.
Don't water down your booze.
Never.
And then a tablespoon of honey.
This is a great diet.
Hace un remolido ahí.
We should just have this as an everyday thing.
Now, the honey is actually going to do all the heavy lifting in this. The honey is the cough suppressant. It's a decongestant.
Yeah, what does the booze do?
It just makes you feel good. It just makes you feel good. It's like NyQuil. It just makes you go to sleep. Now, they say it's 1 of those a day. Don't be drinking, because if you drink too much alcohol, you get dehydrated and then you get screwed up.
And then it won't help anyways.
But it's what we've always, it's one of those things like you always knew booze with, see?
Well,
El que sabe, sabe.
There's, it's a homeopathic medicine. It's good. Make it at home.
You think, I know my abuela
There's
who had a Folgers.
prescription pills that'll do way worse.
My abuela who had a Folgers cup of grease that we reused over and over and over again para la croqueta.
Yeah, but after
para
a
lo
while,
maduro.
you could taste it when it's that reused grease.
Don't tell grandma that. And
That's like in the South when they use lard. Lard just sounds gross, like lard.
Oh, I'm gonna lard all over you.
I'm gonna give you some lard.
I'm still thinking of the Mr. Rogers sexy costume.
I know you are. No. You're getting mental pictures. Who are you thinking in a Mr. Rogers? Are you thinking about Mr. Rogers in a Mr. Rogers costume? That's
Mr. Rogers and some Daisy Dukes. Hello, neighbor.
Oh, God.
Hello, neighbor.
I'm grossed out now.
Hello, neighbor.
Oh, man.
So I would do that. I would drink some booze while I
do that
cure
all the time.
a cold. What do they say? Starve a cold, feed a fever, or feed a fever, or starve a cold. Palaping, drink.
I don't know. Drink.
A couple of Bullet bourbons, hey? Yeah.
It's like when people tell me, like, oh, you're not supposed to drink when you have antibiotics. It's just going to take more days. It works still.
It's like, I feel very Cuban when the doctor says it. Don't tell me what to do. I can drink when I want. Well, it's not going to do anything if doesn't it kill the antibiotics?
It just doesn't let you process it correctly, yeah.
I can process.
It's not as effective.
Listen, knock yourself some booze Bandage, drink yourself a bottle of bourbon. I don't know if the cold will go away, but you're going to sleep like a baby. Like a baby.
I know. I need to get me some more.
All right, so we now know the secret about drinking and colds. Now, there is a concoction that is only, as Billy Corbin would say here, because Miami.
Miami.
Now,
Very so Miami.
Only in Miami can we take two things that we love very much and screw it up altogether.
And put it in well, we don't know if it's a screw up. We haven't tasted it.
Well, I want to know. Listen, I will put my hand up and I will bring one next week. Okay, you get a ham croqueta. Okay, we all love croquetas, right?
What about people that don't know what a croqueta is?
Oh, you gotta know what a croqueta
a ham
is.
croquette.
Yeah, like people gonna know what that is.
You gotta say it in English so they know what you're talking about.
Well, you get.
Our friends in Australia don't know what a croqueta is.
Oh, yes, they do. It's a blimey. It's a joey. It's a fried kangaroo with ham. No.
No.
No, my grandmother used to do these by hand. She used to have one of those meat grinders that you would like. You would bring out like a tablet, like a cutting board that was in the wall. By the way, how unsanitary is a cutting board that used to slide out of the wall?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sounds super healthy.
What's up, Ebola?
Hey, but
what's up, E. coli?
You're still here.
Right, and strong.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
So she used to whip out this cutting board and slide in this meat grinder and put some ground beef or ham or whatever and run it through the grinder, and then it would come out like a hot dog.
Are you looking at your hand gestures right now? Because I'm looking at all your hand gestures. I'm glad the kids are not looking at the hand gestures.
Yeah, he's mad. He's figuring out the math. My kid, hey, how do you do this math? I was like, bro, hell if I know. That's why I'm on TV.
All you have to do for math, I've learned the trick, is related to money. All of a sudden, when you're thinking about dollars, you figure out how to do math real quick.
Right.
Because you're trying to get your money. Like, what? Where's my money at?
Listen, if anybody knows the answers to this, okay? Betsy and Simmy's went to the pet zoo, right? I went to the pet store. And Betsy's dog is 5 times the size of Susie's. And together they weigh 84 pounds. If anybody knows the answer to that, hook me up. JRod Show on Twitter and Instagram, okay? My kid would love you. JRod Show on Instagram or Twitter.
You know there's an app now where you...
It's called a calculator!
Yeah, but you put up your math problem, you take a picture, and it tells you the answer.
Yo, technology.
Where are you at, bro? You're a daddy. You should know.
Dude,
I don't even have kids, and I know about this thing. I swallow all my kids.
Don't get... You got a whole Holy Spirit thing going on here, right?
I know. I'm blessed. The sun, God is blessing me right now.
So this concoction here in Miami. So Night Owl is not just a diner from LA Confidential. Every time I hear Night Owl, I think that's where they kill those people in LA Confidential. But Night Owl is like a gourmet, fancy cookie joint here in Miami, right? Big oversized cookie. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna need 100 chocolate chip cookies, bro.
Yeah, you need like diabetes for real.
And then
good.
And then croquetas are those little ham that you put some egg yolk on it, you deep fry it, and it's a fried ham, or you can put cheese on it, you can put beef in it, you can put whatever you want. Okay. It's
like it's just like round-ish, but it's kind of like that. What's that Philly thing? Scrapple, but not really.
Just stay away from the gas station croquetas.
Yeah,
you know they talk about yellow snow. Gas station croquetas.
What?
Don't eat yellow snow. You never heard of don't eat yellow snow?
Yeah, it's urine and snow, but they don't sell that in no gas station.
I know, well, but they say esta gente allá over there say don't eat yellow snow. Don't eat gas. Okay. I would eat gas station sushi before I would eat gas station croquetas.
No, definitely no. Oh my God, you want to die?
Lobster Thermidor here at the old. I may have $30 unleaded, and oh my God, they've got steamed clams.
The only gas station it's okay to have food is Wawa.
Wawa's like gourmet stuff.
Us, go for it.
And they have croquetas there.
I like Wawa.
Y pastelitos.
Wawa. Anyways, so this concoction is a mixture of.
So you get
the ham croqueta,
right?
And it has a cookie.
No, they get the chocolate. It's a chocolate chip cookie, and inside the chocolate chip cookie is a ham croqueta.
Weird.
Now,
I bet you it'll taste good though because it's the sweet and the salty.
I can see myself being extremely drunk. And the greatest thing I've ever eaten in my life. So you get a little ham croqueta on this side of your face, a little chocolate chip on this side of your face, and a booze bandage right on your nose. Because clearly you have been drinking if you're going to knock down a booze bandage.
Yeah, don't put it in your nose.
Right?
Put it in that. Stop.
I didn't know what that was. I thought it was my kid walking around. I didn't know who that was.
We got evidence of you doing that now. What are you, ridiculous for real? Look at him. Now I want to see.
I thought it was my wife. She looks just like my wife. I was like, what's she doing here? I thought maybe she came to pick up the kids.
Oh, okay.
The way?
You're like,
It looks like Amy.
okay.
Does not she not look like Amy?
She does look like Amy.
Entonces,
I had to turn around to see too, though.
I told her I was going to be at Tripping Animals today, and I was bringing. No, that's that white woman. Hey, 9 years of marriage.
I saw
the other day.
picture.
9 years.
That's right. Congratulations.
That woman's a saint.
Yeah, she is.
That woman's a saint, putting up with my nonsense.
She really is.
By the way, her credit score went up.
I'm gonna kill him.
It
I'm gonna
went
kill him.
up. That means
I'm gonna
my
kill him.
credit score went up.
I kill him.
Woo!
All right, Ric Flair.
Right?
Oh,
we buying everything. We buying everything.
So you're gonna have this cookie with the croqueta?
Yes, I'm gonna go. Apparently, you get it through like Postmates and stuff.
Yeah, you can order it.
You can order it. So it's this weekend only.
Oh.
So
okay.
I'm gonna order it and I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna be like, "Oye,
No.
be lady, echa pa' acá." Que there is.
And then if you call me B lady, I'll know for sure you're really drunk.
Oye, be lady, lady boss, ven por aquí, que I got.
You got the crack.
I got the stuff. I got the plug. I got the plug. You know what the plug means?
Yes, I know.
Entonces,
I know what it is.
I went to the plug and he hooked me up.
Somebody's gonna get you a plug for sure.
You think? You think? I think that is Amy.
Oh, my arm hurts with this stupid vaccine.
No, I thought it was from too much.
No, not on my lefty. I can't. I'm not ambidextrous for that. I don't know.
Wait a minute.
It's like I'm cheating on myself.
So when you're in the handy position, you only do it with your right hand?
With myself?
Oh, I thought with someone else.
Oh no.
No, you're ambidextrous for other people.
When I'm with somebody else, I don't do no handy. What the hell? I got a mouth. Who does a handy when you're 38?
Wait a month. Sometimes you're in a hurry.
No,
Sometimes you're going. Listen. Sometimes you're.
I'm going to go definitely with this. Will be faster.
Listen. Sometimes you're already dressed up. The lipstick and the makeup are on, and
I can
you're going. The whole family's downstairs.
I can reapply.
And you know it's a and you don't want to get.
My hand is not ever going to compete with what you're used to of doing yourself.
I know, but sometimes you're in the elevator and it's only 5 floors.
So what? So trust me, it'll finish in 5 floors. More than with the hand.
You're doing the Lord's work.
I know.
Lord's work.
That's why Lord is blessing me right now with all this the light of Jesus.
Continuing here from Tripping Animals in Doral. Fabulous location. Thanks to Carlos and Ignacio. This beer is just going down. I do have a complaint for the management. Clearly, there was a hole in my glass because it's almost gone.
Yeah, this is number 2.
Number 2.
Or 3.
Or 3.
Or 4.
This is segment 3, number 4. BoozeBandage.com. 30% off. 30% off your first order.
Yeah, these are not props. This is for real.
No, and there's an actual brewery here in Tripping Animals.
Yes.
Okay, and again, estamos tripeando. Chamo, con los venezolanos, chamo, aquí en Doralzuela.
What is chamo?
Chamo.
Oh, chamo. I thought you said chavo.
No, chavo.
Like,
Chavo's Mexican. Chavo's Mexican.
Oye,
mi chavo, ¿qué pasa, mi chavo? Pero chamo.
No, don't start with the accents.
¿Qué pasó?
No accents for you.
You know,
today.
Timmy sent me a list of Australian sayings.
Oh,
we're gonna have to bust into that the next episode because
you're gonna be sorry about that.
Well, it's good. It's good for everybody. Well, By the way, when you go to boxing or when you go to MMA events, do you pay attention to the ring girls?
Yeah, you kind of look at them. They're walking around, so it's hard not to notice them.
Right?
They're wearing, like, how you would say, itty-bitty shorts.
Itsy bitsies? So there is a campaign happening in Australia, by the way, of all places.
What's going on with Australia right now?
Come on, Timmy. Come on, Martin. Talk to your people down there. UFC is going to have an event in October down there in Melbourne. Mm-hmm. And that apparently the people in the know say it's Melbourne, not Melbourne.
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 Melbourne. Okay.
Okay. Look, you're so on fire over here.
Look at this.
Here, come over here. There you go. Sneak over next to me.
We're
a little
gonna
bit.
get closer
Sneak
to
over
each
next to
other
me.
now.
We're
gonna like
we
each
can
other.
see. There you go. Ah,
Oh my
man.
God! It's like we're so close.
See, it's like there it is. Watch out, Amy's walking around here. Amy, pow, pow, again. So they have asked to not only eliminate ring girls from that show in Australia, but to eliminate ring girls altogether. It's sexist, Me Too, demeaning, whatever you want to say. What say you, B-lady?
I think that it's not. How is it anything different than cheerleaders or, if the woman wants, I don't like anything that's sexist or anything if like women are being forced to do something, right? But if you are okay being a ring, walking around the ring wearing itty bitty things, or just if you want to be a stripper, if you want to do whatever, then that's fine by all means. I'm not saying that the ring girls are strippers. I'm just saying you could be whatever you want to be. It shouldn't. That's the whole thing. You just shouldn't hold it against them.
My whole thing is this: if you're going to sort of peel back the curtain of between cheerleading, I think cheerleaders actually get the short end of the stick because they have to go to practice. They actually put in a lot of long hours and get paid $30-$50 a game.
And like they're super strict on them with their diets and all the
if they gain a pound, they're out.
The ring girls don't have to do much choreography. It's just walk around, hold the number
the ring
around.
girls show up and everything. Now, listen, I have, truth be told, I've got two very good friends of mine. One is an octagon girl, and one is a boxing girl, a boxing ring girl. And so, to me, I look at it like this: it's whether it's demeaning or not, they're wearing more clothes than the fighters are wearing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not even...
Let's just stop and think about that. They're wearing more clothes than the fighters.
But nobody, I mean, besides me, when I look at...
Jorge Masvidal.
Yes. Hey, Daddy, what up? I'm cheering for you, baby. Get it. That's going to be a hard fight for me, man, because I love Nate Diaz, too. So this is going to be a tough one. I got to rep my boys.
Got to rep Miami.
But yeah, no, I think that it's different because most of those fighters are not being sexualized. Obviously, those women are...
You sure?
Why, like I said, besides me. But it's not going to be as much as like the women. I think as long as the woman wants to do it, she's comfortable in her own skin. A lot of it opens doors for these women to do other things. So I think that's
the key.
That's why they do it, so that they could get recognized and then so they could open doors and move on to something else. I don't see how it's a bad thing. It's not anything horrible. They're not like sex trafficking. It's nothing like that. So
I'll be honest with you.
The problem
like
is.
My friends, okay? Both of them have turned their octagon girl, ring girl experience into hosting jobs, endorsements, ambassadors. And yes, I get it. They're in bikinis or they're in little mini dresses or whatever. But you know what? It opens up an avenue for something. So I would never be against anything that allows people to make money. Why are you trying to take money out of somebody's wallet?
This is my question then for this. Okay, if they're going to ban this, are they giving these women different jobs?
Right, exactly.
Are they going to let them do, hosting or announcements or something else? Because then you're actually taking away their jobs. So then that way women are not.
I hate to break it to you, but this stuff pays for educations, for investments, for looking into other things in their career.
Into food.
Yeah.
It pays bills. So I don't see if the person is willing and they're okay with it, obviously there's other things that are going on that we don't know about.
Sure.
And then that's something like harassment or something like that, then okay, yeah, obviously those things need to be addressed. But as far as banning them, I don't agree with it.
Now some leagues, like there's been some like F1, I believe it is, has banned it's called grid girls, the girls that are hanging out in the pits there. And again, to me, it's stupid. Like, again, they're not adding anything other than color.
Distracting the players?
Again, they're not adding anything. To me, I've always said this. If you eliminated ring girls, no one would notice. But it's done for promotional reasons. It's done for either the promoter, the beer sponsor, or the league to get, again, you do a ring girl calendar, the league's making money, the girls are making money.
Yeah, it's
What's
like
the issue?
it's like the new Hooters calendar that's out.
Yes,
You know,
which is supposed to be scandalous.
right? And then so they sell these calendars, and then at least some of the profit goes to breast cancer research, and then also or breast cancer foundations, and then also at the same time, a lot of these girls end up getting their starts like that. So you know, whether you think it's the world that we live in, yes, and I actually tweeted about this earlier today. No matter what, no matter how intelligent a woman is, I'm not saying that you should only judge her for her looks. But in this society, that's why the Kardashians are as famous as they are.
Did you see they got booed off
sells.
They got booed off the stage, or they got laughed off the stage at the Emmys?
No, I didn't see that.
I guess
what
Kim.
What are they doing in this Emmys?
Okay, I have questions. Number one, it was Kim and I believe Kendall Jenner. They came out to do, there was some sort of reality show Emmy or something, or reality, no, it was a competition Emmy, competition show. And they started talking about, oh, well, you know, reality TV, you know, and we know what it is to be in front of the camera, raw and unscripted, and people literally started
which is garbage.
Laughing at
because
them.
it's not, come on now.
I've always said this, if you know there's a camera, it's not reality TV. If you know there's, and I know, people forget that there's the camera.
No, you don't. How are you going to forget with the whole
If you know there's a
people?
camera on you, it's not reality TV.
It's like porn. You don't forget the camera's there.
No.
Maybe a little bit for that guy that gets shot in the face with the camera.
That's not real. It's fake.
Oh,
But it is a funny meme.
Absolutely. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the guy. It's that fake porn movie where the people are having sex, and you see the camera guy, and the guy finishes, and all of a sudden the camera guy turns around, and he's like, "I got it on me! I got it on me!"
The thing is hilarious. I still laugh every time I see that thing.
Listen, I get a hair on my lip, and I'm like, "Ah, pa, 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 pa." I cannot imagine anything else.
Yeah, no, not a good thing.
I have stories about you.
Oh, you do.
I can only see about things that have landed on you.
Dude, nothing lands on me actually.
You're like Matrix. Although, you know what does land is apparently footballs at Eagles games. This is about as unbelievable a story, but yet, you know, they talk about because Miami. This is because Philadelphia.
Philly fans are cuckoo.
They're brutal. I mean, listen, they've booed Santa Claus. Nelson Aguilar is a wide receiver for the Eagles. And he had 2 huge dropped balls in their game against the Lions. Dropped a touchdown, and he dropped another key play. So they were killing him, literally killing him. That night, there's a fire in Philadelphia.
An apartment building.
Right? Where people are literally grabbing babies and throwing them off the building, and people are at the bottom catching the babies. So they interviewed one of the heroes, and his name is Hakeem Laws, right? Hakeem Laws. And
That's hilarious.
And they interviewed Hakeem, and he had quite the powerful statement about catching babies and Nelson Aguilar. To the point where he sits there and he says,
in the middle of the interview,
he says, you know, I was catching the babies, unlike Aguilar. Repeat, unlike Aguilar. I mean, can you imagine Nelson Aguilar is sitting at the club?
About like a serious story. There's a
baby's
fire.
flying through the air. The guy's catching it, and Nelson Aguilar is getting crushed.
And then he goes.
Ooh, that only happens. By the way,
throwing shade.
That only happens in Philadelphia. That doesn't happen anywhere
But
else.
what's funny, and I think it's awesome because obviously you're gonna learn the life lesson of kill them with kindness.
Well, Aguilar.
It's Aguilar now.
Tell you what, he won the internet because he hears about this.
Yeah.
Now, instead of being mad or being bitter or being upset, he puts out on his Twitter page, he's like, hey, thank you for being a hero in the community. Would like to invite you and your family to our next home game. Twitter, help me out getting in touch with this guy.
Class act.
That's the way you do
Kill
it.
him with kindness.
Now,
This would be fun if they go.
The best Twitter response to all this was somebody tweeted back, "That's great. Now he can see you drop passes in person."
People are such douche canoes. I tell you, people are such douche canoes. Seriously.
You gotta laugh.
Oh no, I think it's hilarious, but you gotta laugh at the fact that people are douche canoes.
I mean,
social media, man. People need to stop being such negative.
I mean, I'll tell you, that may be up there with, ain't nobody got time for this. The great.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
I think to me there are three great news interviews. Number one is ain't nobody got time for this. Number two, this happened in Cleveland when this guy discovered that guy had all those women hidden in his basement.
Oh, yeah.
And then the guy says, I knew so was trouble because ain't no little white woman coming up to a black man asking for help. And then your boy in Philly, unlike Aguilar.
I like the news reporter in Georgia. Have you seen that one? Like he's in the country and then
what am I doing?
Because he's all professional. What had happened today? And then he's like, get me out of this country podunk town. I was like, what? How do you switched up so fast? It was awesome. I still love that. That's a classic.
That's why I tell you, when you know that camera's on, it ain't reality.
It's not reality. It's a whole different
You know
thing.
what is reality though? We've got some big things coming in the works. We're trying to involve some University of Miami, some tailgating, some hurricanes. We're working on it. I don't want to promise anything yet, but we're working on a special
live
JRod and the Boss Lady from a Miami Hurricanes event. So Canes family, get behind us. Let us know if that's something you'd like to see. Yeah. A live JRod and the Boss Lady from a Canes game. And this one, October when?
October 5th.
October 5th, we'll be unfurling the flag on the field.
Yeah.
Keep your boobies in check.
My boobies will be in check. I'll be good.
Awesome. And don't remember. Oh, don't remember. Don't forget.
We don't remember. Yes, don't forget.
Clearly, this
helps you prevent hangovers.
Yeah. Not to get drunk.
Not to get drunk. You still get drunk.
Our boys in Key West, Booze Bandage. Go to boozebandage.com. 30% off your first order by using the code word
Boss Lady.
And of course, thanks to all the good people here at Tripping Animals Brewery, 2685. Is that right? 2685. I got glasses. And we'd like to thank all the people here at Tripping Animals Brewery, 2685 Northwest 105 Avenue in Doral. Listen, Jason Jackson do that with his commercials in Doral.
Does he?
Well,
I don't know.
You got Big O does Pembroke Pines, and Jason Jackson goes in Doral. Boy's good.
Oh, it's good.
Me, not him. Me. I'm sure he's good too. I don't know. Oh, heat season starting. Jason, finally, you can get off the damn couch, get to work, homie.
Tickets for JRod and the Boss.
100% independently and family owned. Tripping Animals Brewery. TrippingAnimals.com. Instagram is Tripping Animals Brewing, and the Twitter is Tripping Animals. The party is about to start here, so we're going to get to it. We got our booze bandage. Thanks to Ignacio and Carlos for letting us in, and thank you for always making this part of your day. Don't forget Wednesday, Spanish word of the day. Friday, NFL picks. We're killing it on the NFL picks.
I know you're doing so good too. You guys need to check it out.
Winwoodsports.com hooks us up with those, and of course, thanks to this one over here.
Money.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm talking about all the money that I'm making.
We're gonna continue.
Do you need oxygen to live?
Does the bear poop in the woods?
I don't know. Does it?
Does the Pope wear a funny hat?
Mine makes more sense.
All right. Well, I gotta fix the kids' homework here. Again, if you know that answer, hook us up. I'm at JRod Show, Twitter and Instagram.
305 Miami 6924.
The party is jumping here at Tripping Animals Brewery. For the Boss Lady, I'm JRod. Remember, be good. And if you're going to call us, no. Remember.
What?
Hey, this is powerful stuff here. Remember, I'm JRod. This is the Boss Lady. Remember, be good. And if you're going to be bad, you better call us.